Welcome back to Ended Trading on YouTube. Today's video is called Darwinex Zero discount code, and you can get 20% off the first month by using the code ENDA_20, or if you pay by the yearly plan, you can get 5% off by just using the code ENDA. Now, Darwinex Zero is offering traders $323.41 million if you can trade consistently on a virtual account and you get paid for your success. So any profits that you make, you get 15% off the profit. Now, Darwinex Zero is run by Darwinex, which is a broker that is regulated in the UK and Europe. Basically, what happens here, outside investors can invest in Darwins, which work in the same principle as an index fund. Outside investors can invest in these index or Darwins. Darwinex has been in business for over 10 years. As I said, they're regulated in the EU and the UK. 140 million total amount under management. But their newest product, which was launched about 2 years ago, is called Darwinex Zero. So basically, you sign up for one of these accounts here, Forex or CFDs, and you pay a monthly subscription fee. And if you trade consistently well, you will get access to investor and seed capital without risking your own funds. Now, you trade on a virtual account on MT4, MT5, but once you get that capital, it's going to be live trading. So it's live trading on the markets with that real capital. You get 15% of the profits that you make from the allocated funding from Darwinex Zero. So you can see here, you can pick MT4, MT5. Now, I'm outside Ireland at the moment, so it's saying US prices. So it's $43 a month or 38 euros a month. And remember, you can use that code ENDA_20 to get 20% off. Or if you want to pay yearly, you can use the code ENDA and that will give you 20% off. And you can see here, futures is a little bit more expensive because of the data, because it's €5 to get access to the data for the futures. And you have stocks and ETFs, and that's only on MT5. And then you have crypto, which was launched recently on MT5. And once you sign up, you come to the fourth stage, which is calibration. So this learns your trading strategy. So basically, you need to make 20 trades, and the Darwinex Zero risk engine learns your trading strategy. And once it calibrates it, you move on to the fourth stage. Now, this isn't a test or anything, it's just to learn your trading strategy. And the risk engine is there to protect your profits and help your index be more stable. So the fourth stage is Darwinex Silver, and you can get up to €375,000 capital to trade with, but the minimum is 30,000. Darwinex Silver, you're trading with against other traders, and whoever gets the highest score gets the 375k. But if you get 75 out of 100, you automatically get 30,000. You're guaranteed that 30,000. So if we come onto the website here, you can see here that this is Darwinex Silver. So this person here, he got a rating of 98.06 and he got an allocation of €375,000. So how is your rating calculated? It's calculated on your returns over the last 5 months, your maximum drawdown, and your return for the current month. But don't worry if you haven't been on Darwinex Zero for 5 months yet. It will just calculate how many months that you've been on the platform. So you can see here in second place, he's got 95 of a rating and he got 190,000 in seed capital to trade with. And he holds this for 3 months, and you can get a total of 3 of these allocations over them 3 months. And you hold the allocations for 3 months with no extra conditions. So Darwinex Zero is looking for people who have a trading strategy that is consistent. They're not looking for someone to get all the profits on one trade and then maybe lose it all on the second trade or lose 50%. They're looking for consistent traders that can make about 2% per month, or over the year about 20% profit. Now, if we look at this trader KVUF, that's what his Darwin is called, or that's what his index fund is called. And you can see here that here he got his first allocation in February of this year was 30,000, and the next month he got 30,000. He got it next month is 30,000. So he total over them 3 months he would have got 90,000, and each one of these is for 3 months. Then in May, he didn't get any allocation because he already had 3 allocations there. But then once this allocation dropped from this month, he got an allocation of 50,000. And then this month, he got 220k allocation. So this is the kind of trader that Darwinex Zero wants to attract. Consistent results. So over 5 months, he got a 12.94% return and a 6.6% return for this month, and a max drawdown over them 6 months of minus 4.40. So the secret to Darwinex Zero is keeping your max drawdown low. So if you do big high trades and you get a big loss on one stock, you only traded one stock, that your max drawdown will go way down. So be careful of that. And then the second stage is called Darwinia Gold, and this is where you can get the seed capital, which is 500,000 this time. You're also getting exposed to outside investors at this stage too. And this 500,000 allocations are allowed for 6 months and they're cumulative. And you can get a total of 6 of these at once. So that means you can get up to 3 million in seed capital, which is massive. And you can see here, these are Darwinia Golds. We sold HBPW. He got a return of 9.69. He got the 500,000. You can see all his information here. So his total return over his time is 9.69. And then in second place here, this trader got 5.32% overall return, and he gets 350,000. And then if you come way down to the bottom, you can see as the percentage of return comes down, the lower the allocation is. So for 2.46%, this trader gets 75,000 in this month's allocation. And he can build up 6 of these at once. So to move on from Darwinia Silver level to Darwinia Gold, you need 8 months of a track record, and you need a rating of over 75. Keep that rating for them 8 months. And also to keep your drawdown low, which is not a rating system, it's just your profits over time. And the last stage is called Darwinex Pro. You can actually develop your own hedge fund, and Darwinex will do everything for you, all the legalese and everything for you. And you can have your own hedge funds, your own index fund, where you can advertise, get your own investors outside of Darwinex. So that's pretty cool. And then the last thing I'm going to tell you is Darwinex Zero 100k permanent allocation. This was brought in recently too, where you can either pay €1,045 for a permanent allocation, or you can pay lower amounts if you hit these targets. So if you just pay 145, you have to hit a 20% profit target to get the allocation, etc. A 15% target for €200, but you can outright pay 1,045 and you get that permanent allocation forever. Now you can access this after you complete the calibration stage, and it runs alongside the other stages like Darwinia Silver and Darwinia Gold. You can have both. You can have the permanent allocation and the Darwinia Silver or the Darwinia Gold. Just a small bit about the risk engine. It sits between your index trades and the real life trading, and it's an algorithm that protects the investor and protects your index fund. So let's say you do one really bad trade, it will stop that trade midway, etc. like that, to protect your funds. But it doesn't change your strategy. It's just there to protect, and that's why you do the calibration stage, to learn your trading strategy. So if you go off your trading strategy, the risk engine might kick in to protect that investment, and obviously the seed capital investment and outside investors, you want to protect their capital too. Last but not least, this is my own Darwin that I set up about 2 years when Darwinex Zero started, and it's total return of 6.27%, and I got 2 seed capitals, but I haven't traded this since I created my first review of Darwinex Zero. I just set it up to create examples of how to use the platform. But in the future, I'm going to reset this account maybe and start trading on it again. So make sure you hit that subscribe button if you want me to make more videos. So thank you very much for watching my Darwinex Zero discount code video. Remember, I'll leave the link in the description where you'll automatically get 20% off or 5% off on the monthly plans, or you can just use the discount code ENDA20 to get 20% off your first month, or use the discount code ENDA to save 5% off the 12-month or 36-month plan. Okay, see you very soon on the next video.